Good day, viewers. Welcome to this channel. Breaking news. Nigerians in shock as federal government reviews when hardship will end. See what they said. The federal government assured that the current hardship being experienced by Nigerians as a result of removal of subsidy on petrol will soon be a thing of the past, as the recent 5 billion and some consignments of foodstuff given to each state were part of the immediate measure to taken to mitigate the hardship caused by these reforms. Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, Nemesïs Anako give the assurance while addressing the 22nd Joint Planning Board (JPB) and National Council on Development Planning (NCDP) meeting in Osogbo, Osun State capital. He said that as other medium-term measures unfold, Nigerians would appreciate the rationale behind the decisions. According to the Permanent Secretary, the essence of the joint meeting was to focus on how the government could fashion a path forward for sustainable economic growth and development. There is a need for synergy among the federal, state and local governments towards effective implementation of all the meeting's decisions to fast-track national development objectives. The present administration is doing everything possible to address the hardship faced by Nigerians in the wake of economic reforms which have resulted in the removal of fuel subsidy and the floating of the naira. These challenges, which are temporary, will be over with time. I therefore want to use this opportunity to urge you to use your esteemed positions to aggressively sensitize the Nigerian public on the long-term benefit of these policies, he said. In his remark, the governor of Osun State, Mr. Ademola Adeleke, said that the meeting would restore Nigerians' economic fortune through effective policy implementation in the long run. Represented by his deputy Kola Adewusi, the governor appreciates the program's organizers for giving Osun the hosting right. In a statement, Director Information, Budget and Economic Planning, Mrs. Shade Boriowo, said that the governor urged participants to develop immediate measures to mitigate the challenge caused by the present economic reform through subsidy removal and floating of the naira. Wow, this is a good promise. My listeners, I believe we have all heard that a meeting has been going on in Osun State, even across all the other states, for us to mitigate the suffering that people are passing through. Mitigate the suffering as a result of the removal of fuel subsidy. that things will fall in place, that hardship will be reduced by releasing 5 billion naira to consignment of foodstuff given to each state. We are part of the immediate measures. If this 5 million will be shared, like said or mentioned, to the the states or all the states, I believe it will go a long way. It will go a long way for the betterment of our masses or the entire nation at large. The permanent secretary has already planned on how to ensure that people suffering is reduced, not to continue in this suffering because of removal of fuel subsidy. That we should be rest assured that meetings upon meetings are going on to eradicate this pain and suffering of Nigerians and ensure there is an upward movement towards the Nigerian economy. So there is need for us to ensure that this money is not shared to a particular person, to ensure that this foodstuff is not given to family that are into leadership alone. If truly they want to eradicate this poverty, I believe national cake should be a national cake. If it's meant for all the states, that money needs to be disbursed to all the states accordingly, and it will be utilized appropriately. There is no need of keeping it in one hand and another hand suffering. There is need for harmony, peace, and unity in Nigeria or across the states for the betterment of our nation and to foster our democracy that we practice. My listeners, I believe you may have one or two things to contribute or your own opinion. It really matters. Please do not forget to drop your comment, your opinion as this news continues. Kindly click on the like button and the bell button to subscribe on this channel if you are here to subscribe. And if you have already